I'm Brianne from Hooked on Homemade Happiness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to part 2 of the 2026 Stitch Sampler Scrapghan Crochet Along. Here we did part 1. We had the diamond stitch. If you are just joining us, I will link all the information for the sampler Scrapghan below so you can get started with us back at part 1. Here in part 2, we are going to be doing the lemon peel stitch. So for this stitch, I am going to be bringing in a second color. I am going to be introducing this yellow color for the lemon peel stitch. And we're going to be changing color every row for this stitch. So here I placed a stitch marker back at the end of my last row of the diamond stitch. And I'm going to keep this here just to remember where the last row of this first section is, because in each section I am going to start back at row number 1, so that if you added more rows to one particular section, your row count still should kind of make sense, hopefully. So we're going to start back at row 1 of the lemon peel stitch. So I'm going to change color here, and to do that I'm actually going to undo part of this last stitch. So here I have this last single crochet, and I'm going to keep it undone at this last step here of the last stitch. And I'm going to drop this color, and I'm going to grab my new color and pull that through in the last step of that last stitch, and it just gives a seamless color change here for row 1 of the lemon peel stitch. So now that I've joined my new color, I'm going to actually fasten off this first color here. So I just snipped that end there. And the lemon peel stitch, we're going to be alternating single crochets and double crochets across. So I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn. And I'm going to start with a single crochet. So my chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Here, my very first stitch, I'm going to single crochet in my first stitch here. Now I'm going to double crochet in the next. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2 and pull through 2 for a double crochet. Now single crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, and double crochet in the next. So we're going to be repeating this across the row. So just alternate single crochets and double crochets across your row. So here I have repeated that all the way across my row, and I ended with a double crochet. I still have the same number of stitches, 50 stitches here in row 1 of the lemon peel stitch. And you can see it's kind of even across the top. You can't see much on this side, but when you turn it over, you can see how alternating those tall double crochets with the short single crochets makes these double crochets kind of pop out and creates just this subtle texture on the back of the stitches. So I'm going to be alternating colors every single row with my lemon peel stitch. You can alternate colors however you like. So I'm going to go ahead and change colors right now. So again, I'm going to undo the last step of my last stitch here. And I'm going to go back to my white color, my first color, and I'm going to pull that through the 2 loops on my hook for that seamless color change. And I'm just going to be repeating this row again. So I'm going to chain 1 and turn. I'm actually going to go ahead and snip off this color. And I'm going to single crochet in the first stitch, which is the double crochet. So here in this double crochet, I'm going to single crochet. And then double crochet in the next stitch, which is in the single crochet. Then double crochet single crochet in the next, and then double crochet in the next, single crochet in the next, double crochet in the next. So we're going to repeat this across. So your single crochet should be worked into the double crochet and your doubles into the singles, creating this kind of, you're alternating those stitches, and it's just going to enhance that texture. And when you do the lemon peel stitch and you change colors every single row, you alternate colors every row, you switch back and forth, it actually is called the Houndstooth Stitch. So the lemon peel can be both depending on how you do your color changes. I really love how it looks, changing color, alternating colors every row. But of course that also leads to more ends to weave in. So that's up to you how you want to do that, how you want to change colors for this stitch. So I'm going to be actually doing the Houndstooth, which is alternating 2 colors every row. So I'm going to continue this across, doing my single crochets in the doubles and my doubles in the singles here in row 2 of my lemon peel stitch. Here I've repeated that across for row 2 of the lemon peel stitch. I went ahead and pulled through my next color in the last step of that last stitch. I'm going back to my yellow. I'm just going to alternate the yellow and white here. You could see how that texture pops through just by simply alternating those single crochets and double crochets. So this is your pattern repeat here for the remainder of the lemon peel stitch. So I'm going to be repeating this to row 5 of the lemon peel stitch. So remember, here's our stitch marker that ended the diamond stitch. So we're starting back at row 1 for our lemon peel, row 2. I'm going to do 3 more rows. I'm going to go to row 5 for my lemon peel stitch, repeating this same stitch pattern. So chain 1 and turn, and then we're going to start with a single crochet in the first stitch and then double crochet in the next, and then we're going to alternate that all the way across, single crochet in the next, double crochet in the next, and repeat that all the way to row 5. Now I have repeated that row all the way to row 5. And you can see how that texture alternating those stitches creates this really cool texture, and then alternating, changing color every row creates what we call the Houndstooth stitch. So either way, if you want to do it solid, change color every 2 rows, change color every row. I just love this stitch. It's definitely one of my favorites. So if you wanted to add more rows of the lemon peel stitch, you can add as many as you like. Just make sure you have an odd number of rows, because for the next section, we will need to be on the right side of our work to get started on the next stitch. So you can change this, make it as long as you like with the lemon peel, because it is probably the easiest stitch in the blanket. So if you wanted to add length to your blanket, this is definitely a great and easy stitch to do that. But please make sure you have an odd number of rows for the lemon peel stitch. So with that, I am going to take out my stitch marker from my last section, and I'm going to place it here to mark the end of part 2, so that when we come back in part 3, we know where we are starting our row counts. So here we are all finished with part 2 for this year's Scrapghan. I hope you enjoyed this stitch. This is one of my favorites. I use it all the time. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next week for part 3.